Yes, this will fit. Now the other one. Welcome to part 4 of our Escape from Winter Bikepacking tour. We're looking to escape these frigid temperatures and head to the beautiful deep blue sea of the Mediterranean. In today's episode, we finally hit our destination, Marseille. Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Great navigation of the ancient medieval staircase. Thank you, porter. Don't forget your bags. Oh, it's chilly. It's a cold day, a cold morning in Avignon. Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour.
From Avignon.
From Avignon. Here we are. Found a place in the sun because it is actually bitterly, bitterly cold and the strong wind just cuts through you like a knife. It's so icy, can't feel my fingers. But
we're inland, so heading back to the coast today, off to Marseille.
Marseille.
And the great thing is, all that horrendous wind that was there yesterday is still there a bit today, but it will be behind us for most of the day, so it should be a much more pleasant experience than struggling into 90 km/h headwinds. So
if I never have to struggle into a 90 km headwind again, that will be just the best. Like, that was horrendous. Some people keep telling me it's great training and character building. I have great training and I am good character. Do I need to build it up more? I don't know. Anyway, here's a look at Avignon first thing this morning. It was interesting, about an hour or so ago we went to a boulangerie and got our breakfast and baguettes, and it was dead quiet. So this is the old part of Avignon, but there's a population of about 90,000 people, and at 8 in the morning it felt like there was a population of just Stephen and myself. Anyway, we need to head south. The road points to Marseille. The wind will hopefully be at our backs. I mean, look at those flags waving already. Those flags are blowing, and this is a sheltered spot, so looking forward to heading to Marseille. And beautiful blue sky day. You! Great cycle paths in and out of Avignon, so that makes navigating out of a sort of bigger city relatively easy, which is always welcome. Oh, that wind! It really is cutting through me right now. I'm so cold. You can see just the ramparts of the walls fortification around the city. Pretty impressive. With Avignon well behind us, we enjoyed the first 20 kilometres of our route on really lovely quiet roads. On a little bit of a climb here. It's beautiful. This makes it something different. 7% gradient at the moment. 1.3 kilometres to go. Check out the views. Beautiful, right? Bit tough, but it's such a nice feeling to not just be on flat roads, but also to not be riding straight into a brutal block headwind. Yeah, great. Really cold getting going from Avignon, and I still can't feel my toes, even though I've been climbing for 4 kilometres. Alright, I'm going to put the camera away and get to climbing. Hairpin, love a hairpin. Okay. Still heading up. No idea what this climb is, but it's awesome. Beautiful hot mix road. Look at these bends. Ew! Finally, after just under 6 kilometres of climbing, we reached the top. Absolutely magic. I don't know what this place is. I don't know where I am. This was a total unexpected piece of magnificence here in Provence. You know, there's bike riders everywhere. Wow. Wow-y. You can see the wind is still blowing, and that there, can you see the road through the trees? That's where we came from, all the way down there. Yoo! After all that climbing, we were rewarded with a magic descent and then enjoyed some very easy, fast rolling kilometres to our lunch stop at the village of Entresson. Bonjour! 53 kilometres into the ride so far. It's interesting just looking at a map and seeing where we are and seeing how close we already are to Marseille and how far we've come from Avignon. But wow, I feel like this part of the ride has been the best of the trip so far. 2 reasons. One, it's donking tailwind.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, good form.
Yes. We earned that after yesterday.
Did we what? It's like you've got jet engines engaged compared to yesterday, and beautiful roads with smooth hot max tarmacs, and the roads haven't been really that busy.
No, and we're on a relative, well, not super main, but main-ish road at the moment, but it's got a cycle path by the side of it. Not particularly busy.
A lot of other riders out too.
Yeah, and buttery smooth hot mixes as well, so
which is fantastic.
Makes for easy riding. So
the second reason has been that gorge that we went through, the Vallée d'Enfer, and it blew my mind. It was totally unexpected. So none of this route has been Google Street Viewed or looked at in particular.
A bit of a specky. We've trusted Strava.
We did.
Builder on this one.
It was specky. So we had a just under 6 kilometre climb up through that gorge road, and we had some great switchbacks for the last kilometre and a half of it as well, and then lots of cyclists. And as I was stopped taking a photo, one of the cyclists said, "Where are you from?" And I said, "Oh, Australia, in my best French, je suis Australien." He said, "Look, keep going up this little road. It's a climb, but it's only 400 metres. It's a dead end, and the view's much better." And he wasn't wrong.
He wasn't
was he?
wrong. No, that was
bit of advice. That was a good bit of local knowledge there.
And then a absolutely stunning descent off that.
Beautiful descent.
Yeah, so
the only thing was, both of us had freezing cold hands. Like,
it was cold at the top, but we're all warm now, and we can definitely feel there's a bit of a warmth in the air again. So looking forward to saddling up and heading on into Marseille.
On to Marseille. Anyway, that's the update for halfway point. On y va, Marseille.
Oui.
We left the village of Entresson with just under 70 kilometres still left to ride on this route. And one thing was for sure, the closer we got to the coast, those roads became busier and busier. Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour from Martigues. So we have about 38 kilometres left to go on our route to Marseille. We hit the coast.
Yeah.
It's quite pretty, isn't it?
It is. Busy again though.
Very busy.
Back in the traffic.
Not enjoyable when it's this busy.
No, so hopefully once we get out of this centre we'll be on some quieter roads again into Marseille. I think we hit the Eurovelo 8 again at some stage.
The infamous Eurovelo 8. Actually, no, we didn't hit the Eurovelo 8.
So that,
hopefully it'll be signed marked well.
Yeah, but hopefully that means too either cycling infrastructure or less cycling friendly routes with bike lanes and things like that. So we'll see. Yeah,
so here's the views. That's the lovely busy road we've got to go across. The bridge is just there and it's up, but it's just let a yacht come through. I think Marseille is pretty much directly across the way. And this is the centre-ville of Martigues. Quite nice with all the different coloured buildings reflecting in the water, but yeah, it's very, very busy. And we were both just saying the coast is a nice place to go to, but possibly not a nice place to cycle to. I'd come
And
here
this is
via a
winter.
train. Yeah, in winter. You could not pay me to come here in summertime. But, you know, we're nearly there. All up, the
Yes.
day's been pretty good.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic day.
How
so-
magic is this weather? Pretty specky. Not a cloud in the sky, and I don't think we've had a cloud in the sky all week.
No.
All trip.
No.
Yeah, this bridge is causing havoc, so this has been a good pit stop to have, and you can see the traffic will get backed up. So we'll wait and let the traffic go, and then we'll head on. And
See you soon. Looking forward to getting this next little bit done.
yeah, aviento. We were thankfully diverted onto some really nice quiet roads after leaving Martigues, but then we had a little surprise in store. It wouldn't be a cycle tour adventure without potentially some misadventure, so this is what we're faced with on our route. Freaking awesome. Anyway, we're going to try and pedal through. We're on a quiet road and we'd like to keep it that way. And hopefully it's okay for bikes. What do you think? Give it a go. Fingers crossed. So far, so good. Keep your fingers crossed. Definitely don't want to be on that road, right? Still okay. 750 metres. Hopefully we get through this and don't have to turn back and find another way. Looking good. Fingers crossed. Made it through the roadworks. Now on a climb on the busy road. Hate the busy roads. Do have a shoulder and a pretty great view, so trying to focus on that. Let's just get this route done with, right? Focus on the nice scenery. On y va. Having successfully navigated the roadworks and the busy roads, this route finally threw out some magic for us. Some busy roads, but Marseille is in sight. Look at that. Blue-green of the Mediterranean. Woo! Marseille. Alright, let's get there. Navigating central Marseille on a bike is not fun. Here's the chaos. Yeah, we're on a bike lane. Not sure where the next one is. Bonjour, 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 or bonsoir.
Bonsoir, bonsoir, bonsoir.
Not sure. It's in the possible bonsoir, bonjour time of day. But
One of the great mysteries of France.
breaking news, we have made it.
To Marseille.
Oh, was it a bit hectic getting to Marseille?
Just a little
Hectic!
busy.
Yeah,
Busy from our last update.
I would say actually,
It was a mix of roads. Some weren't too bad, others were really, but it was obviously getting into the city.
I would say the last 40 kilometres of the route was pretty busy, if not long. Because it was really busy getting to Martigues.
And there was periods where it wasn't too bad, but then, and the way we came into Marseille, zero cycling infrastructure. So,
Oh, it was the pits. It
but
was
in that being
hyper
said,
stressful, but fine.
it was okay. We made it. As we got closer into the city, there was some bike cars, but
Yeah.
then just the amount of people.
Yeah, and actually look at all the people here. I haven't been around so many people for ages.
But
And it's everywhere. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful golden light. Down here by one of the many ports in Marseille. It looks spectacular. Lots of sort of just vendors and stuff around and a lot of people. It's a spin out to think where we've come from. We've made it and we've both decided that tomorrow we're not riding.
Exactly.
Woo-hoo! Because neither of us really fancy riding down these city streets.
no, our next,
Train station.
yes, our next ride will be from
Yeah.
where we're staying to the train station.
So I'll give you a better view of the port now we're away from some people. There you go. So you can sort of see all main Marseille over there. And yeah, all these little vessels, which is what Marseille is famous for. being a port town. A reputation of being a bit of a gritty sort of French city, but I think it's cleaned up its act a lot. And yeah, it's been out to be here, glad to be here, glad to have arrived safely. All the beautiful buildings, architecture rather, and nice light. And I think on that note, we will both say
au revoir.
Au revoir, a bientôt, à demain. And so it was the next day that we both enjoyed that day completely off the bikes and explored Marseille by foot. Marseille is a really beautiful city, but the one big takeaway I would have from our trip is that, again, it's a great city to go to, but possibly not the best city to cycle to. If I could change anything about our trip, it would probably be that I would cycle to a different destination, get onto a train station and take a train the rest of the way into Marseille. As you can see here, the Mediterranean is beautiful, but cycling on these coastline roads was just a bit hectic for us. Phew! Early morning assault, leaving while it's dark, heading to the station.
Yep.
Bikes are loaded on the train. Pretty easy to load on. Take the seat pack off. Much easier than when they had panniers on. Transition to train number 2. Bike setup pretty similar, but this carriage is pretty empty. And as you can see, it's wet out there and grim and windy as all hell. So, what a way to end the bikepacking tour. Certainly going away from the Med now, aren't we? Anyway, here's what it is. So 3.5 hours of train travel and 2 trains later, we saddled up for the final few kilometres that would lead us home. Oh, straight into a headwind and climbs. But I will say I'm thankful for one thing. Not this weather obviously, but something about being in the quiet Pyrenees roads. None of those really busy coastal Mediterranean motorway type roads. Just nice. And just like that, our mini adventure on the bikepacking trip was all but over. What a way to spend 5 days with just a thought bubble from one night to packing up the bikes light and travelling far. We certainly recommend you try something similar yourselves. On y va!